So why are investors, including advisors, allocating assets to cryptocurrencies?
Yeah, so I think the thing for everybody to everybody at some point along the line starts to hear about cryptocurrencies. Whether you're hearing about it from clients or whether you have an interest yourself, and I think in a lot of cases, with the advisors that we've been speaking to, there's been actually people buying physical crypto themselves before they were able to buy it for clients or buy it as part of their practice. So there's been a lot of interest in cryptocurrencies over the past few years, going through the crypto bear market. But the reason advisors are really taking more attention now is that we've passed the point where we now have a once in a generation new asset class that's available to investors. And the ETFs, I think, are a big part of ringing that bell and saying, this thing is here, it's legitimate. This is not just a kind of, experiment on the internet. I think, 4 years ago, when we started looking at cryptocurrencies in ETF format, you would talk to people and they would say, well, it seems interesting, but there's a lot of career risk to play with that stuff. I don't know if it's real or not. I can't really tell. We've passed such a divide in terms of adoption, and part of that is, regulators getting there on offering these ETFs. And so now you're at a point where people are starting to feel there's career risk to not pay attention. So if you're running your practice, you've got more and more conversations with people coming in saying, how do I include Bitcoin in my investment strategy for the next 10 years? And I think that is coinciding, that adoption, and some of the forces behind it are the same, is coinciding with this low interest rate environment. They're making it very difficult for people to figure out where to put money for fixed income. So bonds, like you mentioned, Andreas, bond ETFs have had smaller flows than crypto ETFs in Canada last quarter. Like that's for a reason, and you have guys like Ray Dalio saying, I'd rather own Bitcoin than a bond. So people are reassessing strategic asset allocation decisions that don't get reassessed very often. And they're reassessing it in this unusual environment where you've got a new asset class at the same time that one of your traditional asset classes has some challenges around it. And that's what's causing investors to kind of think about how to allocate it in their book and start to take a closer look at it. And that coincides with new investment vehicles to do that. So all of this stuff kind of came together this year. Stuff happens in crypto very quickly, but it's not just been this year. I mean, we've been on this journey for 4 years.
That's true, and the growth has been pretty impressive, and I think every asset manager we talk to now is mentioning crypto. We have our market structure conference tomorrow. We have a lot of pension plans, and one of the main topics is going to be crypto.